Hello and welcome to Physical Therapy, a movie podcast inspired by the world of physical media and beyond. My name is Kurt.
My name is Sam.
We're also joined by our producer, Kimberly. Hi, Kimmy.
Good day to you both. Good day.
Hello, Kim.
On today's episode, we are talking not one, but two Tron movies.
Uh-oh.
Tron and Tron Legacy, recently released on 4K from the Walt Disney Company. We have revisited these movies or discovered them for the first time in some cases, and we'll be talking about them in a bit. But first, Sam, what have you watched lately? I'm curious.
I finally checked out my 4K copy of Child's Play 2.
Hell yeah, so good.
So great. So great.
Scream Factory?
Yep. With a Slip, one of the best climaxes of a horror movie ever. I love that movie.
In a toy factory, right?
Yeah, in a Good Guys toy factory.
Kind of T1 inspired. Would you say that's fair?
Yeah. The movie was originally supposed to take place during Christmas, thus the millions of Good Guy boxes in the background of this scene.
That's cool.
But yeah, it's great. That looked great. Watched these two movies and a Kino 4K of a little movie called Nightmare Beach.
Oh, how is that? Such a good poster.
It's a great poster. The movie's fine. The movie's utterly fine. You can do worse. You can do better. It's an Italian 89 slasher movie, but it takes place in Miami or on the beaches in Florida. It is pretty silly as hell. This guy kills people with a motorcycle, but not by running them over. He's got a flamethrower thing built into this motorcycle. I don't know. He lights people on fire a lot.
Sam, this sounds like the best movie ever.
It's a little slow, but I had a good time watching it.
How's the 4K?
Great. Looked great. I called who the killer was in about 4.5 minutes into the movie.
Brutal.
But yeah, I had a good time with it. I've been spending every free moment I have watching one battle after another.
It's really good.
Yeah, I've seen it 3 times at this point.
Damn.
And I'm going to go again in 70 millimeter.
Wow. When are we getting this 4K detailed? That's what I want to know. I want to know what aspect ratio this 4K is going to be.
Yeah. It's going to be really interesting. I'm intrigued to see what they do with it.
It's going to look so good either way.
Yeah. Sign me up. Sign me up. I think there's pre-orders available for it on Diabolic and Orbit. What have you been watching?
Speaking of Scream Factory, I watched a fantastic 1990 movie, 80s probably, called Night of the Creeps.
Oh, it's so good.
This was recently released on 4K, and it's essentially a sci-fi / zombie movie about alien slugs getting into people's brains and turning them into zombies on essentially a college campus.
Tom Atkins, baby.
Yeah, Tom Atkins is amazing in it.
Thrill me. That's how he answers his phone all the time. Had you seen this?
I think we watched it together back in the early days of Culver City together.
Sure.
I'll be honest, when I put this movie on, I think I thought it was going to be Monster Squad.
Oh, funny. Okay.
I don't know why, but my brain was I think Frankenstein is in this movie, and it's not that movie.
But similar kind of in tone. It's kind of like a horror comedy.
Yeah.
I mean, Monster Squad is way more kid-friendly than Night of the Creeps is. Incredible 1-2 punch of those two, though.
Yeah, I think I got to get that Kino of Monster Squad.
You're going to have to buy it off eBay with a slip.
I know.
My dude.
Speaking of Kinos with the slip, Sam, last night I watched finally a little movie called Red Dragon.
Oh, no.
This is Brett Ratner's Hannibal Lecter installment. This is a movie based off of the same novel that Manhunter, the film, is based off of. It stars Edward Norton, Harvey Keitel, Ralph Fiennes, Philip Seymour Hoffman, Mary Louise Parker, and Emily Watson. This movie is not great, but it's much better than I was expecting it to be, Sam.
I saw it in theaters.
It has a couple kind of eye rolls in it, I think, but for the most part, it's pretty good and has very, very good performances all throughout. Everyone is awesome. The cast is so good. And it plays, just kind of an old school thriller. It's very entertaining and I highly recommend it.
It's probably fine. I saw it in theaters. I don't really remember it. But I wonder how much of your enjoyment of it is around the we don't get movies like this very much anymore.
Totally.
So you kind of look at it where you go, okay, well, that's not as bad as everybody says it is. Yeah. It's not as bad as, the Marvels or whatever.
It's pretty much all I'm looking for. That wasn't as bad as everybody said it was.
Maybe you'll love Nightmare Beach, brother.
What did we watch, Kim?
We saw Bed Knobs and Broomsticks at the LACMA Theater yesterday morning.
That's true. We did do that. Have you seen that movie, Sam? Bed Knobs and Broomsticks?
No, I don't know it at all.
It's a 60s Disney movie.
Yeah.
A Disney musical. It's kind of like their follow-up to Mary Poppins, right?
Yeah.
Not a sequel, but like their kind of next big musical.
Mm-hmm.
It was a family favorite for us.
It rules.
It's great.
My friend Andrew has been trying to get me to see Bedknobs and Broomsticks and Chitty Chitty Bang Bang for like 20 years. And we went to see this with him and his girlfriend yesterday. And it was so good.
That rules.
And it was a great theater experience, I'd say.
Yeah, the LACMA theaters are so nice.
Or I guess the Academy Museum theaters.
Yeah,
The technical.
Exactly. We'd been in the bigger screening room there, which is really amazing. And this one was like their smaller screen in the bottom. And I don't think I've been in a theater with such elaborate acoustics.
Mm-hmm.
Like the entire room is like foam sort of, triangular sound catching blocks basically.
State of the art.
And like a museum, so they don't allow concessions or anything. So it was it was a nice vibe. Another great movie, Sam, that I watched at home from the shame pile, which I'd never seen before. I watched a 4K from the Columbia Classics. No, excuse me, the Sony Pictures Classics box set. Guillermo del Toro's The Devil's Backbone. Have you seen this?
Is this the one with like the bomb in the middle of the school?
Yes.
Okay, so I've never finished this, but I've seen the first 25 minutes.
It's very good.
Does Criterion also have an edition of this?
I believe they have a Blu-ray of it. I don't think they have a 4K yet.
Okay, so I have that Criterion.
It's pre-Pan's Labyrinth. I would say if people like that film, they will like this film. And I really like the second half, Sam.
Cool. Okay. Yeah, I mean, it's been sitting in the shame pile for a while. Just need to get on it already.
I think that's about it over here.
Sweet. Sounds like good spooky times, though.
Yeah.
Exactly. Should we talk some announcements?
Let's do it. A big one for me, coming on the heels of One Battle After Another, is The Boogie Night.
The Boogie Night.
The
Boogie Night.
Boogie
My
Night.
favorite movie, The Boogie Night. Boogie Nights finally got an announcement.
Yeah, baby.
It's going to come out on Steelbook and a regular edition. The Steelbook is a Mondo poster?
I believe.
Cool. Can't wait. That looks like it is slated for December.
Yeah, I mean, it's gigantic. That's very exciting.
I can't wait. I hope this just means there's like his other 8 movies just in the canon ready to go.
I actually really like the standard artwork. A lot of people online have been like, this sucks, but it's just a picture of Roller Girl holding a Polaroid camera with yellow heart sunglasses, just looking at the camera. It feels very PTA, very minimal. It's cool.
I totally agree.
Mm-hmm.
Some good second sight announcements, Sam. They're doing a big box and standard edition of Possession.
Yeah.
Which is an amazing, crazy 80s horror.
This release has been teased by them for a long time, so it's cool that it finally got a date.
I have a Umbrella release. Is that who did it?
Yeah.
That's a different transfer and does not have HDR, I don't think. And this new second sight does. So I'm definitely going to have to scoop this. I don't think I'll spring for the big one, but the day is young, Sam.
Yeah. What's really cool is that Vinegar Syndrome announced like a new line. It's the VSR line, which is going to be straight to indie retailers like Orbit and Diabolic. They're doing exclusive slipcovers for them. The Keep, the deluxe version, is sold out on the Vinegar Syndrome website, is now part of this. It's the first release on this line. So if you've been waiting for a more deluxe edition of that movie or a slip sleeve, that is now available.
Yeah, basically it's like a second bite at the apple for their limited editions, which is kind of cool, but still different than the first pressing. So
yeah,
it's not really like cheating those people out of having a collector's item. The other second sight is Reanimator on 4K.
I have a 4K of this.
What company did that one? MVD?
I lied to you. I have a Blu-ray of this from Arrow. It's an Arrow big box.
Gotcha. There is a 4K already, a different edition of it.
Reanimator is great. Have you seen this?
Yes. I had this on DVD in like high school.
Oh, was it the green one, like the neon green case? Yeah, hell yeah.
I will be getting this as well, the second sight one. I'm just like torn by these big boxes. I just...
Because you don't have space for them?
Yeah, or money. Like, I don't... And like every once in a while, I will get a standard one from them and feel like a responsible person. And then a year later, I'll be looking at my shelf going like, why didn't I get the big one?
Yeah. Oh. Speaking of another big one in terms of box is Shout Studios announced the date for Perfect Blue, which is an anime that I've talked about before. This will be coming out on December 23rd, but it's a high price point. It's a big box. It's like almost $100, I think.
Do you think they're going to do a standard?
I'm really hoping so, or that this one just plummets in price, but I would really like to get this again. I had a DVD of it a billion years ago.
Yeah, this is an anime you mentioned a couple episodes ago.
Mm-hmm.
I'm excited for that, but I will not be buying a $100 version of it. And then, Sam, we got confirmation that our beloved Dante's Peak is officially
Hell yeah.
back on the schedule.
Hell yeah.
Coming out in December 16th from Kino Lorber.
We're going to do an entire month of episodes devoted to Dante's Peak.
Yes, we are.
Ooh, maybe we should do like a disaster movie month. Dante's Peak, Earthquake.
You already watched Earthquake, didn't you?
No, I didn't watch Earthquake yet.
Earthquake was on sale the other day for like 8 cents, and I was like, no thanks, I'm good.
Dang, dude. Watch out when Earthquake becomes the best purchase of 2025. I think it's cool that the Scott Pilgrim animated show is getting a physical release because this was a Netflix original. It's just a Blu-ray, but I never saw it. I heard it was great. It's the entire cast of the movie is returning and doing voice work for it.
Wow.
And I think it like more closely follows the 6 comics.
Okay.
But I heard it was really, really good. I think I'm going to pick this up for sure.
Did it come out when the film came out, or when is it from?
This is from earlier this year or last year.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Was Edgar Wright involved?
I'm not totally sure.
Sony's doing a 4K release of the 1990 Penny Marshall film Awakenings, starring De Niro and Robin Williams.
I feel like I've seen this movie in 14 different high school classrooms.
Okay.
I've never seen this.
I think I saw it as a kid, but I am here for it. It feels like exactly the kind of movie I'm always looking to watch.
Yeah, totally.
Anything to confess, Samuel?
Marty, I do have a small confession this week.
Okay.
I caved to an Amazon sale.
So did I.
Oh my God.
We're such pieces of shit.
Yeah, you fell off the wagon.
Fell off the wagon.
Well, I have thoughts on this. I don't consider myself having fallen off the wagon, but you go ahead, Sam. You tell us what happened.
You know, I mean, Amazon is not my favorite retailer at all. And I really only use them to buy movies every once in a while. But they're having a good sale. I ended up picking up Sunset Boulevard because I enjoyed my watch through of it.
What was the sale?
I think it was Paramount titles on sale.
Yes, that's right.
Sunset Boulevard, I don't believe was on sale. It was $20, but $20 for a 4K with a slip. I was fine.
You got the slip? Oh, that's good.
Although, dude, I've never seen this. My slip is like slightly coming unglued on one side.
Interesting.
So I think I might have to, get a little crafty on this.
You could fix that.
Yeah, without a doubt. This is an easy problem to have.
A little glue goes a long way.
One of my Sony Columbia box sets completely fell apart, and I fixed it.
Okay, cool. So I picked up Sunset Boulevard, the Shout Select copy of Used Cars, which you told me about.
It rules.
Did your copy, or does your copy of Used Cars have a slip?
Hang on.
Oh, he's back.
No.
This is great news. This is great news because mine definitely doesn't. And I was a little sad because out of the 3 movies I bought, this one didn't have a slip. But then right as I said that, I was like, I think this was in the era where Shout Select wasn't putting slips on.
Well, that's what we'll tell ourselves, Sam, because I'm not sure.
Those are my confessions. I feel pretty good. What about you? What did you pick up during this sale?
Well, I really made up for lost time in terms of not having any confessions last week. During that Paramount sale, Sam, I bought 4Ks, all with slip sleeves, which was a total surprise and made me very happy. In good shape, too.
Hell yeah.
I wonder if they repressed all this stuff or something, like why they were having a sale. It was a Paramount sale, as we said. I don't know, but they were pristine, which was fantastic. I got 4Ks of Vanilla Sky.
Okay.
Braveheart.
Ooh, okay.
Transformers 1.
Hell yes.
Trading Places. And Cecil B. DeMille's The 10 Commandments.
Such a grab bag.
Eddie Murphy and Cecil B. DeMille.
You doing a Braveheart 10 Commandments double feature today?
Maybe. Solo episode.
Oh my God.
I'm excited for you to check out Transformers 1.
I also did a pre-order, Sam, on Orbit DVD of The Killer.
Oh, okay. The John Woo movie.
Correct. Coming soon from Shout. I did a pre-order of The Gray 4K, Liam Neeson against wolves.
Yeah.
Maybe you've heard of it.
Yep.
And I added Minority Report and Catch Me If You Can.
Oh, cool. Yeah, those are, I have sitting in a cart somewhere on some website. It's some time zone.
Jesus Christ.
I also, this feels like something I need to confess because it's like pre-crime. Speaking of pre-crime, speaking of Minority Report, the precogs are freaking out right now because I, in the future, am at a Barnes & Noble, Sam, on some lovely fall morning during the November sale, and I am purchasing half off the Wes Anderson box set.
Wow.
I have decided it's happening. I sold all my Wes Anderson Blu-rays. They're gone.
Whoa. Okay.
And you know what did it? Cillian Murphy in the Criterion Closet on the YouTube channel. He takes it and opens it. And I was like, oh my God, I need that shit. It's awesome.
That's great. That's cool. Those are all 4Ks.
They are.
Okay. That's pretty wild. That's dope. Are you going to get it this November?
I believe so. And I'm going to wrap it and give it to myself for Christmas.
Hell yeah.
So stop me if you can. Okay, Tron.
The Trons.
Trons, multiple.
You hadn't seen Tron Legacy.
I had not seen Tron Legacy. I had seen Tron.
I had.
You had seen both, Kim.
Yes.
Okay. I had only seen Tron 1. And I was trying to confirm this, but I couldn't really find it. I think I went to a 70 millimeter screening of this movie at the Hollywood Theater.
That's cool.
Yeah.
They shot it in 70.
Did they? Okay. So then, yeah, this makes sense.
This is a 1982 science fiction film directed by Steven Lisberger and starring Jeff Bridges about a computer programmer. Oh my God. Everybody just buckle up because none of us are going to be able to explain Tron. We're going to try though.
Yeah, it doesn't really make sense, but that's fine.
I think it makes sense
If you're smart.
if you're smart. Jeff Bridges plays a computer programmer who used to work for a company called Encom and was fired from Encom. While he was there, he developed a best-selling video game, but the current head of the company stole his idea and basically erased any kind of proof that Jeff Bridges was the game's creator. So Jeff Bridges is using his computer skills to hack into Encom and try to find kind of remnant files that prove he is the creator of the game. Encom's sort of computer database is run and protected by a master control program. And inside of this computer grid, most of this movie takes place inside of this computer grid. And inside of the grid, computer programs are personified by human being actors. So there's a master control program that is played by the same actor who plays the head of Encom. The master control program is essentially stealing all of these other computer programs from across the world, basically, imprisoning them inside of this computer network. There's a program called Tron, which is essentially there to
Relinquish power from master control,
yeah, okay, great.
essentially.
Jeff Bridges in real life goes into the Encom headquarters in search of proof of this game. He has a program called Clue, and that's what he's using to try and break into Encom on a digital level. Clue is basically destroyed and he can't hack in, essentially. So he goes in person, and while he's on one of the computers inside of Encom, he is like Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, like laser zapped and brought into the grid. So the rest of this movie essentially takes place inside of the computer. Now, Tron in 1982 is one of the most revolutionary computer-generated movies ever, if not the. It is, I think, at this time, utilizing more CGI than any movie ever had before. This movie was shot in 70 millimeters, we said. It was filmed, all the sequences inside of the computer were filmed in black and white and then hand-tinted to be color. So inside this gaming world, you know, it's a very sort of, by today's standards, like rudimentary kind of vision for a digital world. Everything is made out of like geometric lines and blocks, and it has like a black base to it, the look, and then everything is highlighted with digital lines, essentially like straight lines. So it's very neon, like kind of very stark. Jeff Bridges goes in here and with the help of Tron, who is a personified computer program, is trying to stop master control from taking over the entire system, basically. And he's trying to, you know, get out. It involves a very iconic light cycle action sequence, which is basically like digital motorbikes racing along a grid and kind of crashing into each other and destroying each other. They leave behind these colorful contrails. I'm sure many people are familiar with that imagery, even if they have not seen this movie. But it's basically like you're trapped inside of an Atari game.
Mm-hmm. I think that the look of Tron is incredible, and how they kind of like built this digital world on these sound stages and in like an analog world, I think is really cool. And I think it's like very ahead of its time. I think that's awesome. But I think the movie is so poorly paced, and I don't have that nostalgic connection to it. I was bored out of my mind watching this movie. And it's like 90 minutes and it felt like 3 days.
It's a bit confusing.
It's extremely confusing.
I was like very all in the analog world. You know, I like the setup of it. I think the light cycle stuff is very cool.
Yeah, without a doubt.
But the computer programs being personified by people who are representative of their quote unquote users. They call the users like the creators of the program. So like Clue, who's created by Jeff Bridges, looks like Jeff Bridges. I find that a little silly.
Did you watch this growing up?
No. I saw this for the first time during the pandemic, I think.
What'd you think of it then?
Same. Kim, you grew up with this.
Yeah, I did. I certainly like enjoy the over the top extreme world building, and like it is so out there in a way, and there's so much like given. It's kind of fascinating that it exists, is sort of what I find interesting about it, is like, how did it get made? Like, how did it get to this point? And now there's a third sequel. Anyway, it's so shocking to me. But I agree. I think the plot is thin. I think the emotional part of it is very thin. There's not anything to hold on to. So I understand the dislike, but there is something about it, and maybe it is nostalgia for me, but I find it kind of heartwarming in a strange way. It did look incredible, I have to say. Like, watching it like this with this 4K upgrade was really special for me because of, I guess, my nostalgia connection to it. The 70 millimeter of it all is stunning stuff.
Yeah. Visually, this discs, both of them are like 10 out of 10. I'll talk more about the second one when we get there. And
the fact that it's a Disney product, like, I'm not sure of like the whole story around that, but it's just such a technical feat of the time. And it's clearly like an experiment in a way.
I mean, I think Disney used to just take way more chances, especially live action stuff. You were just talking about that movie that you guys saw, LACMA, that's Disney.
Yeah.
Their later live action catalog is actually really interesting because they did used to take chances on stuff.
Yeah. Between the 60s and 80s, they had like a really interesting time with, experimenting.
I think had I grown up watching this movie, I would feel differently about it now. And I'm not going to get rid of this movie. I just was like, okay, this is fine. It's just like, it's not my thing. But you're right. The discs look incredible.
And it's a real milestone of movie history.
Without a doubt.
It changed the game. And I think it's hard to watch it that way now because we are so inundated with CGI.
Yeah.
But a huge part of the reason this movie is renowned is just because at the time, this would have blown people's minds visually. You wouldn't have been able to understand it, I don't think.
I think one of the things that I really connect to is that, like, it is CGI, but they still had stuff built for the movie. Like, it feels more tangible than, like, a Marvel movie does in this day and age, or, like, anything that's just shot with, like, massive green screens or screens behind it to build out a world. Like, it's kind of like the Sin City thing, where it was, like, digital backgrounds with sets built for the shoot. It's cool in that way.
It's very much reliant on design and production design and like the costumes, and there is like so much analog texture to it. It's just such an unusual movie. It
really is.
It kind of, you never really forget it. You forget the story because there's kind of no story, but you definitely remember the quality of it.
Which is the exact issue with part 2.
Should we get into it?
Dog.
Did you like this movie?
There's 20 minutes of part 2 that are incredible.
Is it the motorcycle fight?
Yeah, leading up to that. Anyway, let's get into it.
Part 2 came out in 2010, Tron Legacy. This is directed by Joseph Kosinski, his first film. He would go on to make Top Gun Maverick and most recently F1. This centers around Jeff Bridges having been trapped inside the grid.
I mean, he's the same character from the first one. So he gets out of the grid at the end of the first one, goes on to have somewhat of a life, has a kid, and then because of his experience in the grid, he wants to build out like a whole digital world that's free information flowing back and forth. And then he goes missing one day when his son's about 10.
Yeah. And jump cut to however many years later, his son is like 27 and receives a message from his father, basically.
At Flynn's, the arcade that Jeff Bridges has in the original, which is a big set piece thing for them.
Which is actually a restaurant in Culver City that Kim and I went to one time.
Really?
Akasha. Yeah. Isn't that so funny?
I was walking up there and I didn't have a car. I had just moved to LA. I had like $12 and I got a jaywalking ticket.
Damn.
Heading to Flynn's.
And this little girl was walking like half a block in front of me or right in front of me or whatever. And she went first across this intersection. And then I went through it and the cop pulled us both over and he wrote this like 12-year-old girl a ticket while she cried. And I realized that there was no getting out of it.
Culver City cops.
The day I watched these movies, went to a concert and I was hanging out at this like cool movie themed bar in Portland called Cult Classics. And one of my friends asked what I did today. So I was telling him about that I'd watched the Tron movies. And this guy next to me, this like fucking little pipsqueak 22-year-old was like, oh yeah, man, the Tron movies are so good. And I was like, no, they're not. And he was like, what do you mean they're not? I was like, yeah, the first one's kind of dated. And I was like, and this is my theory about Tron Legacy, which I will say now. I think the only reason people have positive memories of this movie is because of the Daft Punk soundtrack.
Which is amazing, but I disagree. But keep going.
And then I said that to him and he's like, yeah, it's like the best soundtrack of all time. And I was like, it isn't. And then he goes, well, you have terrible taste.
Wow. Oh, Sam.
And I went, all right, man, whatever.
Well, at least you didn't punch him in the face like you wanted to.
You should have invited him on the show.
I was thinking about being like, I talk about movies on a podcast, and I was like, no. You and your little fucking A24 hat, shut the fuck up. It's your lifestyle brand studio the fuck away from me.
Oh, no. I feel like this is our Steel Magnolias of the year right now.
This is our worst episode ever. Jeff Bridges' son, who's played by Garrett Hedlund, is sucked into this digital world, but now it's 2010, baby. This CGI in this movie,
oh, God,
is amazing.
It's amazing.
Except for the most egregious part of it, which is...
yes.
Okay, yeah.
We'll
but
get there.
The first
we'll get there.
quarter.
I'm not talking about the people. I'm talking about the environment. The design
Insane.
of the wardrobe is so sick. They have like everyone inside of the gaming world, the grid, have like black like motorcycle suits on that are covered in either white or red or yellow neon strip lighting, basically, in like helmets and in HDR. Dude, I really think that this is maybe one of the best 4Ks I've ever seen. Tron Legacy. There are sequences where they have these like discs on their backs, like these like glowing frisbees where they battle each other by like trying to like, you know, throw a boomerang frisbee through the other person, which if it hits like a computer program person, they explode into shards of like digital chips. But they'll be like in these arenas fighting with these, throwing these light discs around. There's a light cycle sequence in this movie in like the first half an hour,
which is so good.
The sound design, it was like,
it looks amazing.
Mesmerizing. Did that stuff light your fire, Sam?
I think the look of it's great. The light cycle battle is awesome. That was really like the highlight of the movie for me. I think that the soundtrack is good. Like, I'm not trying to shit all over Tron Legacy. I think part of the issue with the Tron movies is that I don't care.
Well, here's the thing. Those 20 minutes that Kurt kind of summed up are fantastic, I think. The rest of the movie is unwatchable, in my opinion.
The climax is sick.
I didn't even make it there because I can only get to about like the end of the light cycle because I saw it in the theater and I cannot remember the rest of the movie because I was so bored.
It's like a dogfight.
Yeah. Like there's cool parts of it for sure. I think it's another movie that, and we're going to see more and more of this as modern movies age, but like the digital de-aging of Jeff Bridges in this movie is so bad. PlayStation 2 level cinematics.
It's horrible.
It looks like fucking trash, dude.
Yeah.
And that the fact that he is the digital de-aged version of him is a main character in this movie, it's like impossible to watch.
Yeah, the antagonist of this movie is Clue, who is the program that Jeff Bridges creates in the first film to try and hack into NCOM, who we think has been destroyed, but is in fact still alive and in the form of 1982 Jeff Bridges, but in a very, very poorly rendered way by today's standards. But the environmental CGI, I think, looks like better than most movies today.
Yeah.
This is 15 years old at this point. I was stunned by how awesome that shit looked, for the most part.
Yeah, I think that it's really cool. I think that the scene where like Daft Punk is playing music at that club is like pretty cool, and it looks awesome, man. But if this was a 30-minute music video that didn't have any dialogue or poor digitally de-aging, because here's the other issue with this movie is that Garrett Hedlund can't act at all. He is so crazy bad in this movie, dude.
And so is Olivia Wilde.
But Jeff Bridges is great.
I like Olivia Wilde in this.
I mean, Jeff Bridges is literally playing the dude, which is great, I guess.
Clue is essentially trying to break this digital world into the real world, and they need to get out through a portal that has been closed ever since Jeff Bridges' character has been trapped in there, but it opens up when his son comes through. The only way to get through is to use these discs that are like attached to everybody's back. Everybody has a disc. So Clue is trying to get Jeff Bridges' disc in order to escape.
Yeah, as a program, he can't go through the portal without like a
user. And Tron is here as well, and Tron has
been kind of bastardized. He got killed by Clue when Clue did the coup and had the uprising. Clue did the coup, and so Tron...
This movie rules.
The fuck out of here. My real question is, what's up with Oblivion?
Damn.
Oh, God.
Oblivion's got to be way better than Tron 1 and 2, right?
I don't know.
No, I don't think so.
I gotta tell you, man, this movie rules. I can forgive its flaws, which is pretty much just Jeff Bridges and also like the plot.
I love that you've talked yourself into it.
And the Garrett Hedlund and the...
Oh, no.
Oh, we should also say that it's shot in IMAX, a lot of it. So this
it
4K
was.
Blu-ray goes IMAX several times.
Okay.
Yeah, it looks amazing.
Did you not notice that it was switching aspect ratios?
I didn't, honestly. I was kind of like trying not to peel my eyeballs out of my skull, but I didn't notice it change aspect ratios, but that's cool. I'll also admit, I'm going to shit on both Tron 1 and 2, but like I put them on my shelf. I was like, yeah, okay. I own these now.
I feel bad. I mean, I feel like we are doing a disservice to Tron because we don't even know what it's about. You know, the first one, we fucking, that was horrible. Everything we just did was horrible. The people are going to come after us. The only thing I have going for me that will possibly save me from the true cinephiles out there is that I think Tron Legacy fucking rocks.
Are you going to see the third one now?
No.
Oh, God.
Interesting.
I hear it's not good.
It looks so bad.
I think there are some, I mean, we're talking about visuals, like, and again, I've only seen the trailer, but there are some incredible visuals in that trailer.
See, that's the thing. I feel like there's always going to be incredible because the vibe of the world is so interesting. It's very electrifying, and I think that's what we're drawn to. But the stories within that world they're not working. They never quite land exactly. But maybe it's because the world building itself it takes over so much of it. So who cares about story?
This shit looks so good, though. Like, I can't keep talking about neon lights and HDR on the show, but this is the best example of it.
Yes, without a doubt.
Yeah, the blacks and the neons looked stellar.
It just it feels good on your eyes.
Yeah.
I don't know how else to describe it. It's like somebody massaging my eyeballs. It's like God is massaging my eyeballs.
It looks great. And then PS2, Jeff Bridges walks into the frame and I'm like, oh, God.
Get out of here.
It's so bad.
It's so bad.
I mean, they know what they're doing in terms of visuals and marketing. Like, they're like, hey, here's a Tron movie. What did Tron Legacy come out 25 years after the first one, if not longer?
Yeah, almost 30.
Almost 30 years. And they're like, hey, Daft Punk's one of the biggest bands in the world right now. Daft Punk is doing the soundtrack to this Tron movie that's going to look crazy. You know, 9 Inch Nails, it's not a Trent Reznor, Atticus Ross project. It is a 9 Inch Nails project doing the new soundtrack for a new Tron movie. That's like a pretty big deal. I mean, when I first saw the trailer, I was like, visually, this movie looks stunning. And it's a new 9 Inch Nails soundtrack. I was like, fuck, man, I'm there. And then Jared Leto.
I know, that's my problem. That's why I'm not really...
You ever seen a movie called Panic Room, Sam?
Anyway, we have split feelings about this whole thing, but all we know is Kurt loves Tron Legacy.
I think the pod should break up.
I'm pretty sure my user is still recording the Panic Room podcast.
I don't even think that's the right use of the word user. Sam, I don't think you fucking get this movie, dude.
Well, no, because I'm the digital version of myself recording this podcast in a computer program.
And your user is out there still recording Panic
And my
Room.
user's out there talking to your user,
Wow.
still recording Panic Room. See, I get Tron, dude. I get it. I know what Tron's all about. Motorcycles and light bikes.
We bought the UK standard editions of these through Orbit DVD, which came with slip sleeves, which made me very happy, Sam.
I'm pretty sure the UK editions routinely come with slips, because the Tombstone
Yeah,
edition that I have, which was the non-US steel book,
same here.
also came with a slip. Same with my copy of Strange Darling, actually.
It's been a while since I've had a 4K that I feel this likely to just throw on again for the visual sequences. Like, I can't wait to watch that light bike sequence again. I can't wait to watch the ending again.
I will tell you that even while I was like, nah, I don't like this movie at all, while we were talking about the light bike sequence, I was like, I'm going to watch that this afternoon.
Yeah, dude, turn it up.
My theory about the soundtrack you said was not right. Did you have more thoughts on that?
Your theory was that it was only because the soundtrack is good, and I told you that the whole movie is amazing.
No. All right, we'll take this out.
There you go, people. Tron, from people who clearly understand it.
I want to know what everybody thinks of Tron. Leave us a message. Tell me I'm wrong. Is that kid from the bar listening?
Yeah, we
Where'd that guy
apologize
go?
to that guy.
I don't fucking apologize to that guy.
That guy's welcome on our show anytime.
He was lucky I was stoned. If you're having a night to yourself and you want to eat a little bit of an edible and watch Tron Legacy with muted. Actually, is there a way to turn off dialogue in a movie so you can just...
It's a shame that that's not a special feature on this, because they do that on many discs. I don't know that Disney's ever done that. That's a great idea for this movie. It'd be so sweet to just be able to watch it with the score.
If you walked into somebody's Halloween party and this was just on with the score, like on the screen, it would be awesome.
Why does that have to be a Halloween party?
It's got to be like dimly lit. If you like walked into a baby shower that was like bright as hell and Tron was on, it'd still be cool, but it wouldn't be
Sounds
as
pretty
cool.
good to me.
If I walked into a baby shower and this shit was on, oh my God. Hell yeah.
Well, I like Tron, and I'm here to support the Tron people. So all I can say is, this doesn't have to be on the episode, but Wendy and I used to go to the Disneyland, like they had like a immersive bar experience. It was like so much fun. They had like all the Daft Punk like music. It was hilarious. We had the best time.
You would go regularly to a Tron Legacy themed bar?
Yeah, at in California Adventure. It was really fun. And there was like a whole Flynn set up. So I don't know. It was cool. They did a good job with it.
Kim, if you love this movie, you need to speak up right now. You need to say that you love this movie.
I told you right before we threw it on, I was like, the first half of this movie is so fun and crazy, and it looks amazing, and the energy of it and the world building and the design is incredible. I said that to you going into it. And then I was like, however, there's a point where I might have to leave because it just doesn't hold my interest in a story sense at all.
Well, you completely undersold the ending. I almost woke you up. I almost went back to get you.
I don't remember the ending, so maybe I gotta go revisit.
It's sick. It's Top Gun meets Tron.
I guess we're watching Tron every week.
All right.
I think I've changed my mind in general about Tron, and we should start this episode over.
We're all huge Tron heads at this point. There you have it. My opinion on Tron's probably wrong, but I'll give it another shot someday.
I think this is a very typical reaction. A lot of people love it. A lot of people don't like it. So I think we fall in the majority right here.
Well, Tron Legacy is the best 4K of the year. Okay, before we go, it's time to put wishes out into the physical media universe for titles on formats that do not yet exist. I wish for a 4K of Disney's Bedknobs and Motherfucking Broomsticks.
I wish for a 4K of Manhunter, directed by Michael Mann.
Sam, we have wished for this 100 times, haven't we?
Well, I was going to wish for something else, but you brought it up earlier on the show, and I was like, wait a minute, is that on 4K? And it isn't, and so I'm still wishing for it.
Who's most likely?
Scream, shout.
I mean, God, let's get it. It would be so good. Michael Mann's version of Red Dragon, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
Scream Factory has the Blu-ray that's out of print.
Yep. Yeah, so I would assume that we'd likely see it from them, but I guess we'll see.
If you're looking for a good Halloween spooky movie, Manhunter.
Without a doubt.
Bedknobs and Broomsticks, we talked a little bit about. The plot is essentially about a witch in training.
Played by Angela Lansbury. Yeah.
Played by Angela Lansbury, who's basically fostering 3 kids and trying to complete her witch training, traveling around on a magical teleporting bed and ultimately fighting the Nazis. Great mix of live action and animation, incredible marionette effects.
Oh, cool.
I believe. Really funny. It's a musical. Very good. Very just solid kids movie.
It's just magical stuff.
That sounds awesome.
Very accessible as an adult if you've never seen it like me. Okay, that is it for another episode of Physical Therapy, a movie podcast. A big thank you to Patrick Laban for our incredible music, to Kimberly for producing. If you're enjoying the show, please find us on Instagram at PTMoviePod and leave us a review wherever you're listening. All that stuff really helps us find more people.
Especially on Apple Podcasts. If you could leave a review, just jot down what you think about the show. We'd love to hear it.
You can mention all of my Tron thoughts in your review.
We will be back next week with a very, very special guest talking Night of the Living Dead, the 1990 remake, which was just issued from Sony Pictures on 4K. And we'll also talk a little bit about the Criterion of the original. We'll see you then.